Hi, everybody. I'm back to read the next chapter of Transforming Suffering into Wisdom, Mindfulness and the Art of Inner Listening, a book I wrote 5 or 6 years ago, or finished 5 or 6 years ago. The chapter I'm going to be reading today is, again, these chapters are just a page typically, so not very long. But the one I'm going to be reading is called Mindfulness, Times and Fruits. And it's really about how much time do you practice mindfulness. And I'll probably surprise you with how much time I practice, but I wanted to start with kind of the basics. And certainly when I began to meditate, I probably practiced 15 minutes a day, maybe 15 or 20 minutes twice a day. It's expanded since then. Here's the chapter, Mindfulness, Times and Fruits. This is from the section of the book called Intention Number 1, Live in the Present Moment. Meditate a minimum of 20 minutes a day, and you will have established a firm foundation in the ways that end suffering. Do it an hour a day, and you will begin to learn as much about yourself and the way things are as you would from any study of philosophy or religion. At 2 to 3 hours a day, you will notice palpable changes in your understanding and depth, your demeanor and actions on a daily basis. And if you were to practice like a monk in the mountains, 3 to 5 hours a day, you would begin to live as if your whole life were filled with blessing and with truth. There is no need for you to look anywhere outside yourself, outside of your own experience in this moment, to find the truth. Notice that when you follow the physical sensations of breathing, at least 2 of the 3 ways to end suffering, the 3 intentions, are automatically happening. First, you are living in the present moment. Second, you have pulled the plug on the self. As you strengthen your practice, you will find the 3rd way, the way of being fearless and forgiving in the midst of suffering, arising naturally in your meditations as well. Very simple. Whatever you can do will be of benefit, and that's what I very rapidly discovered when I first started to meditate more than 50 years ago. I was in college and took a college course in transcendental meditation, and immediately felt the difference in my life, both in terms of the kind of the vividness of experience, my sense of ease and less stress. It was obviously a high-pressured, at least my college experience was, time and time of study. And I found it of so much value that I just kept going. I kept increasing the amount of time that I practiced. I think that if I look back over a lifetime now, I'd say that I practiced close to 3 hours a day, certainly 2 to 3 hours a day. And with the long retreat time that I've spent, easily averaged 3 hours a day over more than 50 years of practice. Right now, I mean, here we are in the midst of the coronavirus crisis. I've got more time on my hands. You know, I can't do as many things out in the world. I'm often traveling and delivering lectures and talking and have a lot of things to accomplish. Can't do it. So what am I filling my time with? More practice. I wouldn't be surprised if I was practicing over 4 hours a day now. Practice, one of the things that happens as you practice more is that you begin to realize that it seeps into everything. There are ways to practice that I'll teach you as we read the chapters of the book. Ways to practice when you're eating, ways to practice when you're in relationship with others, ways to practice when you're sleeping. And I find that many of those times, ways to practice when you're walking and doing exercise, I find that many of those times I naturally am doing a very formal and focused practice, and at other times it's a more relaxed practice. I do it because it benefits everything. I haven't found anything that hasn't been enhanced in a positive way. Primarily sharper intelligence, sharper senses and sense base, and a greater access to virtue and to character, things that we badly need in this time where we're so isolated and can feel so alone and disconnected at times and powerless. It also helps, many studies have shown, with both reducing stress and with health, with longevity and health. Thanks for tuning in today. Look forward to talking with you again very shortly.